welcome to Frequently Asked Questions Concerning Pest Control. I am your host, Eric the Bug Guy Palmer, and I am with Southwest Exterminators, where we personalize your pest control. Today we're going to talk about the pre-construction termite treatment. When you are building a home, an extension onto a home, or another property, a pre-construction treatment is a chemical termiticide barrier that is laid before the foundation is installed. So the footer has already gone in, and that's cured and dried, and they're getting ready to put in the foundation, usually within about 12 to 24 hours, and a pest control company comes over to do the actual service. We put down a chemical barrier. Now, there are two different ways to do that chemical barrier. You can use a detecticide, which is a barrier termiticide. The termite comes up through the soil, they hit this chemical barrier, and they die. And then there's also a non-detectant termiticide barrier, where it allows the termite to come up through the treated surface. It can dig through the dirt. It doesn't die immediately. It's allowed to go back home. It has a delayed reaction. It exponentially spreads that termiticide through the colony and wipes out the entire colony. That is a far better termite pretreatment, in my humbled opinion. It's far, far better to wipe out the entire colony than it is to just put a chemical barrier there and wait for the termites to eventually come and hit it and die. Because you're really never going to solve the entire termite problem. You're just going to protect the structure, but you're leaving the queen alive. And as long as that queen is alive, you still have the potential for a problem. So how or what goes on with a termite pretreatment? A termite pretreatment is usually hired out by the contractor, the guy who's actually building the home, or the individual who's building the home. He will hire, or she will hire, a pest control company, and they'll either go out in the evening or first thing in the morning, right before the cement truck shows up, and puts down a chemical barrier of this termiticide. Now, depending on the product, there's varying amounts that you may use, and varying amounts of insecticide versus varying amounts of liquid. So we won't get into all the nitty-gritty details, but suffice to say, you're probably going to be putting down about 1 gallon per 10 square feet. That's a good general average, and what a lot of pre-treats will follow that general rule of thumb. But again, there's a mantra in pest control that the label is the law. Whatever the label of that termiticide says is exactly the only legal way to apply it. But again, I digress. As a general rule of thumb, it's 1 gallon per 10 linear feet. So let's make math easy. If it's a 2,000 square foot home, how many gallons of chemical do you need? That's right, 200 gallons. 200 gallons is actually what you need. And so you're sitting there and putting that 200 gallons out, trying to evenly disperse as much as possible. Now that'll soak right into the soil, and like I said, depending on whether you're using a detecticide, a barrier termiticide, or a non-detectant, which allows the termites to pick the product up and take it back, you'll have varying success rates. Now, it's important, if you're a consumer and you're building a home, to ensure that you are having a proper pre-treatment done. Specifically, ask your contractor to ensure that that contractor is using a currently licensed termite protection company. In most states, this is already part of the state requirement. You have to have this done. Unfortunately, in southern Utah, it's not part of code. It's not considered necessary. And so, unfortunately, we have seen that brand new homes, $300,000, $400,000 brand new family homes, within a year have termite infestations because they weren't properly protected. Now, there's other types of termite pretreatments. The soil treatment is by far the most common application method, and it's been the one that's been accepted for the longest. But we also have a couple other options. And if you're interested in what those other options are, then please feel free to come, like, subscribe, and comment, and come over to my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, Southwest Exterminators, and I'll have another video that's dedicated to the additional pre-treat options. So let's say, and why this is important to you as a consumer, let's say you're using a VA loan on a brand new construction home, and it's in the state of Utah, and a pre-treatment wasn't done. Well, about 10 or 20 years ago, you were just kind of up a creek. There wasn't a whole lot you could do. But now there are other options for termite pretreatment. Watch that other video and I'll explain them to you so that you are an educated, you are an informed, and you are a well-prepared consumer to consume pest control needs. If you have any specific questions about pest control or about insects in general, please feel free to send that question on over to me. I'd be happy to do a video just for you. Send that question to office@southwestexterminators.com. Once again, my name is Eric the Bug Guy Palmer. I'm with Southwest Exterminators, where we personalize your pest control, and you are watching frequently asked questions concerning pest control. I bid you adieu. Have a great day. I look forward to meeting you in person.